let's take a look at number 6. It says investment club wants to invest $27,000 in two simple interest accounts. One account earns 4.7% and the other earns 8.2%. How much should be invested in each account so that both accounts earn the same annual interest? Well, first off, we're going to figure out what our interest is. We ignore time. These are simple interest. So we're just taking the amount times your rate. So you take the amount. Let me write those out. Amount times the rate. So that's what gives us interest. Now you've probably heard this: P is equal, or I is equal to PRT, like that. But I wanted to put this in kind of more words so you can kind of see it. Okay, so we're going to have two accounts. We have 4.7%. So we'll have our 4.7% amount, and we'll have our 8.2% amount. Now total, they add up to 27,000. Now, move that over. Let's pretend that I have 10,000 in the 4.7% amount account. We don't, but let's pretend we do. Well, total amount of money is 27,000, then it has to be 17,000 here. And you think about, how did you get that? Well, you took 27,000 minus the 10,000 in your head, and that gave you your 17,000. Now, we really don't know how much is in the 4.7% amounts, so we put X there. So instead of 10,000, we'll put an X. So right here, instead of putting 10,000 here, we'll put an X. So this will be 27,000 minus X. Sometimes I'll do simple number examples like this just to help wrap my mind around what in the world are they referring to. How should the setup go? Okay, and they're wanting to earn the same annual interest. So they want us to set the amount times the rate of each one of these equal to each other. So I'm going to have my 4.7%. and we're going to set it equal to our 8.2%. And again, we're going to have amount times rate, and over here we'll have amount times rate. Well, 4.7% amount was X, and the rate is 4.7%. Now over here, the amount, let me put those underneath there, amount, and then my rate. Oops. Let me give myself a little bit more space there. I found out you learned how to use the eraser. This is my amount, and you see it says amount is 27,000 minus X, and this will be 8.2%. Now, we want to change these percents to decimals, so this will be 0.047x, and this over here will be 0.082 times 27,000 minus X. Well, this is a linear equation, so our first step is to get rid of parentheses. So I'm going to take that 0.082 and I'll multiply it times 27,000 and times the negative x, distributive property. So 0.082, I got my calculator today, times 27,000 gives us 2214. And then this times the negative x gives us negative 0.082x. Well, we want to get everything with x on one side, so I'm going to take the negative 0.082 to the left side, and becomes a positive 0.082x. Add like terms, so we got 0.047, or combine like terms, plus 0.082, and that gives us 0.129x. And then last step, divide both sides by the number in front of your x, which is 0.129. those 0.129s cancel. And we get 2214 divided by. That gives us 17,162.79. Now up here, I'm going to do a little bit of erasing. Those are just number examples that help me with the setup. What that is. Okay. So if this one is 17,162.79 and they add up to 27,000, I'll subtract that from 27,000 to get what the other amount should be. So this one should be 9837.21. Okay, so let's see. 17,162.79 at 4, and then 9837.21 at 8.2%. So it'd be B. So our answer is B.